Доброго времени суток всем. И победитель апостола бога мертвых снова здесь. Да-да. Ну что, Джахира, пойдешь с нами теперь?
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times. Extensively. Mind flayers too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and Illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a nether stone, and you're on the scent of two more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when.
Но она вроде жива. Но она просто ушла в портал после того, как мы закончили бой.
Glad to be there.
Здравствуй, Стиль, здравствуй, Аркадик. Блин, Аркадик. Я просто соединил твой ник вместе. Аркадик Провозик, Аркадик. Нормально же.
We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread.
Да, 20-ку выкинул.
I will follow you wherever they lead. How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army.
Мне нравится, как Орк улыбнулся, слегка выпитив клык.
We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthelan's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Романа с ней, наверное, нету. Насколько я помню, по предыдущим балдуркам она вообще замужем. Ну и теперь самое приятное после битвы, конечно же, лут. Ты понимаешь, у меня был единственный шанс пройти этот чек, это выкинуть 20-ку. И все знают, что Мудро самый харизматичный орк на свете. Поэтому у Shadow Heart не было ни единого шанса. И несмотря на то, что у Мудро не было сейвлодов. Мудро убедил. Потому что Мудро очень харизматичный орк. Просто твой паладин не настолько харизматичный, как Мудро с его 8 харизмы. Ты не понимаешь. Это 8 божественной харизмы. Это 8 харизмы самого харизматичного орка на свете. Спасибо за совет. Да, в принципе, довольно очевидно, что стоит хранить зелье скорости на конец главы, потому что... Я, на самом деле, едва не прокололся в этот раз, потому что второй бой с Кеттериком Тормом гораздо сложнее первого. Ну, гитиянки у меня нету, так что продам душерез, так и быть. А, ну хотя идол шар мы можем уже и продать. Он нам больше не нужен.
Lady Light.
Честно говоря, я думаю, после первого прохождения Балдурки я, наверное, может быть, даже следующей игрой запущу снова Балдурку, только в No Death. Ну, там патчи новые перекачаю и все такое. Блин, а что у нас так много веса занимает? А, ну да, куча брони. Что Изабель интересного расскажет? Она же дочка Торма. О, тут даже ангел где-то затусил.
My love, you were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing.
Неловко-то как. Клерик и Серафим. Вот это отношение.
This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Очень прямолинейно.
We'll see you later.
Мне кажется, разработчикам стоит добавить специальную романтическую линию для какого-нибудь паладина Силуны сразу с двумя. Это будет очень способствовать, ну вы знаете, общей концепции романтических отношений в Балдурке. Ведь что может быть лучше, чем Лирик Силуны и Серафим Силуны вместе? Конечно же, если добавить к ним еще Паладина. Так, где тут квартирмейстер стоял? Кстати, я с огорчением выяснил, что удвоение не работает.
You did it. Catherick Thorm is not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace and bestows its bounty when it sees fit.
Блин, я вроде один раз нашел квартирмейстера и тут же потерял. О, вот ты где. Ходишь туда-сюда. Торговец, который не стоит на месте, ужасно. Что ты себе позволяешь? Есть какие-то у тебя воровские инструменты, кстати? У меня они почти кончились. Да, давай сюда.
Ladylike.
Странно. Ну, типа, тут очень много персонажей, с которыми можно поговорить.
Any word on Faniel? And the curse? Sorry. Please. Don't...
Да уже спасли, он напротив тебя стоит, слепой. С Уизером я уже вроде поболтал. С кем тут еще можно поговорить? Тифлингами.
Back in last light, and then a blinding light cuts through the darkness like a blade through butter. All thanks to you, I hear. Didn't think we'd make it without the old El Rider to lead
Так,
us.
мне нужен знаток лора.
I would. He didn't have any fight left in him.
The briefest hesitation as Ceres wars with old loyalties and wins.
I looked up to him. We all did. But he let us down when we needed him most. There are less mouths to feed, but we still need supplies for the road. We'll scavenge what we can.
Что не так с этими тифлингами?
Hopefully, we'll see you again in the city.
Я имею в виду, ну... Это ж тифлинги. А тифлинги обладают демонической кровью.
Be gone. I must...
Sorry.
Это прекрасный диалог.
I'll sort you out for dinner. How does the stone reach?
Тифлинги ведь они чертилы. Ну, в прямом смысле, как бы демоническая кровь и все такое.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Catherick. But Catherick was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its street them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the absolute, the chosen, all.
Так, а что у нас по квестам вообще осталось? Что интересно, кстати, телепорты назад пропали, но они еще чуть раньше пропали.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
Но я так предполагаю, игра не собирается тоже задерживаться здесь. Так вот, возвращаясь к тифлингам. Тифлинги же должны быть злые, ну просто по архетипу. Пустая таверна. В них же кровь демонов течет. Тифлинги это же по идее раса полукровок. То есть полулюдей, полудемонов. Рога и все такое. Какие-то они слишком добренькие в третьей Балдурке. Откровенно говоря.
Troops ready?
Ready enough?
Gods, I can't wait to be back alone. I ought to do the rounds again.
По поводу тяготит к хаосу, я вот, кстати, не уверен, тифлинги потомки демонов или потомки дьяволов, потому что если они потомки дьяволов, их бы скорее должно тяготить к... не к хаосу, а к порядку. Между тем, сами по себе демоны вселенной Балдурки, ну, вселенной ДНД вообще в принципе, не то чтобы воплощают собой хаос. То есть они хаотично злые, но это следствие, а не причина.
Just tell me what you need.
Потому что есть же изначальная история бездны. И изначальная история бездны заключается в том, что там сначала жили существа чистого хаоса, так называемые клиппоты. А потом как бы демоны покорили бездну, завоевали ее буквально. Став ее лордами и всем прочим. То есть демоны изначально не воплощали собой хаос. Это приобретенное свойство. Они воплощали собой зло больше. Темные стороны человеческой натуры и все такое. Молот у него такой себе на самом деле. Музыка конца второго акта, конечно, превосходная. Стоит это признать. Прям не хочется даже уходить отсюда. Ну а что нам еще осталось? Если так подумать. По-моему, этот яд предназначен только для того, чтобы обмануть игрока. Ну так и быть, я оставлю его даже до 3 главы. Блин, а у тебя нет денег столько, да? Давай закупимся тогда у тебя на все это. В конце прошлого стрима я победил аватара Меркула. О, у тебя зелье скорости продается, вот это стоит купить. Ну или апостола Меркула. К некротическому урону. Свиток огнешара можно взять. О, кстати, свиток морозного шара. Тут есть классные свитки. Стена льда. Блин, нет, это слишком дорого даже. Сейчас, погоди. Что-то я увлекся, тут слишком много всего. У меня столько денег нет. Свитки что-то дофига дорогие. Я бы на самом деле стену льда взял. И может быть смертельного облака. Хотя у меня вроде есть одно смертельное облако. Что посоветуешь взять из свитков, Стиллер? Ядом я все равно не пользуюсь. Плоть в камень. Сферу неуязвимости купим.
Lady. Я тут, кстати, читал
changelog к патчу. И с удивлением узнал, что коротыши самые непопулярные расы в Балдурке. Все предпочитают, оказывается, эльфов, людей или полуэльфов. В лагерь, наверное, надо еще зайти. Со спутниками пообщаться. И мы можем уходить из акта. Кстати, у нас до сих пор призывной гном есть. А постоянные призывы — это интересная штука.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know. I'm sorry.
Я думаю, ты можешь больше не носить шлем темного юстициара. Ну или, по крайней мере, не показывать его.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, most high. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one. Listen to the subtle vibrations of the Moon Maiden thumping within your heart chambers, friend. She works her magic there. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. Pray, ask, and I will tell. Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb. Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder. Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love.
Не видел.
Slaver of
Ну,
Dame
типа,
Aelin.
красная шапочка, ну и все.
Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Right, what now?
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one. We are a powerful part. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied. I am free from my bond. You must face them. Pray, ask. And her father Ketheric never went. He and I was but low. There can be no doubt. So mighty up.
can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. A great deal.
Да-да.
But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric form.
Да я уже догадался.
Was my
Даже Мудро догадался.
He raised me.
Мудро догадался еще в элитической колонии.
Rest her soul.
О чем прямо всем и сказал.
He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's
Слушайте, а как вообще по лору работают свитки воскрешения?
So hideously warped. I didn't know that then. But I could
Я имею в виду,
He told me we'd be together now.
Сколько голды они стоят? Нельзя просто купить было, если ты целый генерал.
I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
How much farther can I go? My friend! How do you fare?
Ну что, есть идеи?
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just...
О, нет, это снова то же самое. Нет, спасибо.
You only have a matter of... My friend!
Блин, он безумен реально.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's armies on the march. Gods
Ты что, с огненными кулаками воевать?
Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke. and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Missoura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. I had Missoura at my side, and the archdevil Zariel guided our hands that day. I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it.
Да, я вроде говорил уже с Сокшем на прошлом стриме.
Missoura replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Missoura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Missoura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did. I understand. No, he did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best.
По-моему, я не прошел проверку убеждения у Дьяволиса.
Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. The better question.
Ой, ладно, все, Уилл. Твоя история понятна.
A bit. I don't remember much beyond that.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh? He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that.
Not like that, you know. Just... It felt like a good fit. I kept him safe.
Ракурс секиры
He
отличный.
paid me well.
Карла что-то рассказывает, но орка больше любуется секирой. Обычное дело.
My future. I respected him. Trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast.
Мысли орка, какая классная секира.
What had gone down until it was over. 1 minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard. Darling?
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Nathaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned. No more once, I hope. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Nathaniel and all. No, my friend. The only thing I ask, I can't say for... Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course. Not what. Who. But all in due
На что
course.
намекаешь? Миш Медведь, а? Что скажет Гейл?
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
Да не, мне не жаль. Да мы не проводили ночь вместе. Йорк ушел. Странные диалоги какие-то. Так, ну вроде со всеми поболтали. Ах да, может быть и сохшим еще напоследок. Они все делают слишком странные намеки. Я вот думаю, может Джахейру взять вместо Халсена.
Thy wheel, dost thou require a new...
Они же оба друиды, да? Правда, один медведь, другая пантера. Ну, для квестов, диалогов и прочего, может быть, она поинтереснее будет в Балдуре. Джахейра город, по идее, должна знать намного лучше, чем Хальсин. Поэтому это логичный выбор.
What's on your mind?
Sounds boring. Oh, fine.
Это ненадолго, дорогая. Не волнуйся, это так. Я просто хочу шмотки из Хальсина переодеть на...
Dog wags his tail. A small...
Так, а где она вообще? Хорошо заныкалась. С иссохшим общается.
I would not linger in this land over long. As you wish. Such authority.
Не уверен, зачем ей, кстати, вообще скимитар так-то. Чисто по приколу, видимо. Пофигу, заклинания мы все равно все будем перебирать. Туманный шаг. Черта боевого заклинателя, это очевидно. Вызов молнии хорошо себя показал. Пурга не очень. Что дает свободу движений. Ну, кстати, не самый плохой закол, возможно, но... О, кстати, огненная стена. Но учитывая, что концентрация, она все равно всего одна, давай возьмем огненную стену лучше. О, кстати, там у друида часть наших денег вообще лежит, надо бы их забрать тоже.
Work to be done.
Can't give up now. Moving in.
Блин, этот лагерь в этой листве, он очень неудобный. Постоянно приходится долго бегать.
I swear, I can already feel. I'll be ready.
Блин, по-моему, Хальсин единственный, кто не ноет. Ну, хотя, может, не единственный, но... Когда ты Карлах оставляешь, она начинает ныть. Ну, не оставляйте меня в лагере. Когда Уилла оставляешь, он тоже начинает ныть. Ну, не оставляйте меня в лагере. Ах, друид не ноет, потому что друид это гигачат накачанный, видимо. Не иначе. Так, давай заклинания эти-то поставим. Массовое исцеление ран нам точно пригодится. Высшее восстановление тоже может быть. Вызов элементаля тоже неплох. Полиморф хорошая штука. Возможно, каменная кожа неплохая. Воплощение молнии можно взять в третьем круге. Паралич гуманоида во втором. Это за бонусное действие. Слушайте, как работает приворот гуманоида? Я ни разу не видел возможности кастануть его в диалогах, как наставление.
No one's stopped me yet.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
No time to rest.
Поехали.
Breathe deep and move.
Так, подожди, а почему мы попали сюда? А, это типа мы в лагере по пути? Или что? Кто-то в лагере хочет поговорить с тобой. И кто же это? А, лунная дева.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shah's...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family?
О, служители богини тени обманывают. Какая
You were
неожиданность.
young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed. I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough, but I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Так, а где копье-то? Посмотрим на него. Даже не знаю, булавал от Эндера так-то получше. Ну пусть будет.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me. Indeed. But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps from me? We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me. Fine. What's on your mind?
Орк и так знает, что он справляется хорошо.
The curse has been lifted, the land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Интересно, а если по злому пути идти, проклятие все равно приходится снимать? Хотя, по идее, если завалить квест с друидом, проклятие-то не снимается. Так что должен быть и такой вариант. А вот и крыса. Враги у нас 3 классов. Генерал, убийца и крыса. Вот это крыса.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure. Preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord. But there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the flaming fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping and yes sir, no sir, rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
My prodigal bloodkin is among them.
They live?
Barely. I made mince of their ugly mind matter. And if they dare return, I will strip out their offal.
Подожди, ты что, намекаешь, что темные соблазны орка это потому, что он дитя Балдура? Что? Это все неправда. Точнее, не дитя Балдура, дитя Бала. Не, ну это, конечно, логично, но... Слишком легко как-то об этом рассказали, так в катсцене случайной.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence. One sleep away.
Вид, конечно, отсюда хороший. Я так полагаю, это крепость кулаков огненных перед нами. А вот это уже Балдур. Здоровская остановочка перед переходом в следующую локацию, на самом деле. Ну, я ожидаю, что врата Балдура окажутся не меньше Новиграда, как минимум. В последнее время в играх как-то с большими городами.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Selûne cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took this step. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. Do not be moved to pity. It is a predator pinned in a trap. And if it wriggles free, you'll find it still has teeth. Ask it. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old.
Надеюсь, у нее есть фраза, где она после боя говорит: да я еще ого-го. Иначе будет не так весело.
Taken from the truth is finally dawning.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you...
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around.
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart.
О, Гейл еще поболтать хочет.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. Book shopping? But yes, their collection of rare tomes is...
Понял, идем в магазин.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. And what then? You are prone to impulses as uncontrollable as the gods themselves. Will you even have a say in what you do? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? Your blood swims hot at the very prospect. You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March! Join power.
Don't fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Опять странные гитьянки. Забавно, кстати, что получается, что отсутствие личинки делает Джахейру и Хальсина отличными спутниками. В том плане, ну, для этой главы, потому что голос Абсолют, ну, что-то такое на них, короче, работать не будет. Монах, что ли?
Time to press ahead.
Put him up.
Как чем портал-то закрыть?
Consider my hackles erased. Whatever that thing is, it's not going to last much longer.
Вот же ж грязные лягухи.
Where's our dream guardian?
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Так, подожди, я все-таки был прав в своем недоверии. Если нам здесь помогают элититские фиговины, это значит, что тот, кто защищает наш разум, это тоже коварный элитит. Который просто картинку веселую в мозгу у нас нарисовал.
The absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams.
Я тебя сразу раскусил.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the mind flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a walk pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
Неочевидный выбор, конечно. Но учитывая, что он действительно нас от превращения защищает. А гитиянки крысы те еще. Давай. И летит отступник. Вообще так-то это гигантская редкость, если так подумать. Как много элитидов-отступников во вселенной ДНД встречается вообще. Под отступничеством элитита, я так полагаю, подразумевается его доброта. Но вообще это, конечно, очень неочевидный выбор. Тем не менее, несмотря на то, что я сразу подозревал, что это элитид, и все это хитрые планы элитидов, но все равно.
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the absolute.
And so we should swoon and offer a kiss, abomination? Ah, I would not even know where to plant it.
Я всегда подозревал в тебе
I
маскарада.
suppose it was considerate of you not to bring it up before. And I ask that you do not judge me for it now. It's like I said before. I'm just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Not all mind flayers are alike. I have always valued freedom above all else. In my past life and present, it has been a burning need within me for as long as I can remember. Rather them than potential future allies, like you. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus, his mother, to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power. He refused. And so she sealed him within this prison. His honor guard, ever loyal, followed him in. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
А ты как сюда попал?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that, but this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel, but the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change.
Да, нет, спасибо.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence.
Мне кажется, это преобразование на тебя плохо повлияло, мужик.
If you let me, I can evolve you. The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
Нет, спасибо.
I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced Elder Brain. But in case you change your mind... Look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all, but we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The Brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow, we must not.
Мне кажется, ему просто одиноко стало. Он просто друзей ищет.
And bring it under our control.
Но довольно вежливо с его стороны предложить выбор, а не навязывать его. Но я думаю, мы и так справимся. Хотя, мне кажется, такое в чем он припёздывает. Мне кажется, он мог бы извлечь из нас личинку. Просто он не хочет, потому что друзей ищет. Мудро, конечно, не против дружить. Даже с Элитидом Мудро не расист. Однако сам в тентаклевого монстра превращаться как-то неохота. Интересно, кто что выбрал в первое прохождение. Мне кажется, тут есть альтернативный вариант с этим. С Орфеем, что при определенных обстоятельствах он, ну его можно типа уболтать, что он продолжит тебя защищать, когда Элитид мертв уже своей силой.
Consider using the tadpole.
Но Мудро будет верен себе и никуда не пойдет. Он избавится от личинки. И это будет Мудро. Так, где мы теперь? Мы все еще в лагере, получается, смотровая площадка. Что интересно. Это было интересное погружение, но хочу заметить, что я сразу раскусил этого прячущегося Элитида. Я сразу догадался, в чем дело. Простой иллюзией в мозгах не обвести самого мудрого, харизматичного и умного орка на Земле. И не только на Земле. Во всех мирах.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something?
Да не, я на самом деле не думаю, что нам нужна эта личинка.
God's Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold.
Yeah, I had the same thought. So much has happened between then and now. Maybe we just got a little caught up in it all. But I'm not going anywhere. I've got plans for the future, you know, and they involve you. Hey, you.
special, tadpole? Bit of a contradiction in terms, don't you think? I don't even want a regular one. You're talking about turning into what? A half squid? Not surprised you haven't tried it yourself yet. Thank the gods.
Забавно, что можно болтать спутников и ее тоже скушать. А ты не хочешь личинку, кстати? Ты ж друид, да?
I was concerned when I saw Shadowheart creeping about with a blade in the dead of night, but it was just to cut her hair, it seems. It suits her.
Не хочешь особую личинку? Я знаю, что у тебя обычной нету, но может быть ты хочешь особую? Нет? Надо спросить, что лунная дева об этом всем думает.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen.
У них даже нет диалога. Так, а где Джахейра? Возможно, она что-то скажет.
Shadowheart walks a little freer of the shadows. She could shave her skull and paint it purple. It would still suit her.
Забавно, как просто порой получить божественность во вселенной ДНД. Заключил сделку с Богом, и он ее тебе просто отдал. Хотя быть ее темным богом во вселенной ДНД не то чтобы, наверное, сверхвеселое занятие.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves and take their nether stones.
Да, наконец-то дотопали.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Oh, thank you so much. I don't have anything, and you can't do anything without any coin. I'll pay you back.
I'm just a cat. Please, talk to Yenna. I don't like talking. Please don't. Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick. Maybe she made like a cat and went off to spend her last life. Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me.
Hi.
Oh, the treats your tummy can handle.
Can't talk.
Опа. Я смотрю, тут был бой. Да, кошаки отличные. Очень реалистичные.
Felt like an earthquake. As if I didn't have problems enough already.
Просто сарай, никакого тайника, никаких проверок, никаких валов. А, нет. Это секретный воровской сарай, иначе почему там воровские и саперские инструменты?
You did me a real favor clearing all those... That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind... Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look.
Для друида, кстати, неплохой амулет. Что-нибудь еще есть интересного?
We need to get into the city. Can't leave Crunch behind. Ah! Whatever you need. I can't help you. Even talking is painful right now.
After a quick examination, you...
Really? This isn't necessary. I'm sure there are... Shh! Not so loud. If those lads find out I'm faking, they might go off on their own. They're not ready for that. And I don't really have any other friends.
Тифлинги тоже тут. Я надеюсь, мне не придется спасать тифлингов в 4-й раз.
Hail, forgive me. Is this your first time in Baldur's Gate? Is that so? Enigma. Used to be it. These days, there's barely enough to go around. Add the refugees on top, and well, that might be the simplest. Some well-to-dos in the city, locals going without while strangers feast. It stoked the fire, all right. So, if I wasn't wearing this uniform, I'd walk round there and teach them a lesson they'd never forget. Too bloody right. Those refugees have been leeching on our city for too long. We need to march round the front and kill every last one of them. Let's see them eat our food with their guts on the floor. Mindless slaughter is the only answer.
Look at it, come crawling home, hands stained with the Bone Lord's soot. And you carry his stone. Have you lost your nerve, my blood-starved sibling?
О, можно тебя прямо здесь убить и камень отобрать, чтобы тебя не пришлось искать по всему городу?
Too terribly. I could end it now. But I'll be patient. Father will see us together again. He will see you bleed.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Так, есть тут какие-то интересные квесты с беженцами? Ну или это просто все для антуража? Потому что я на самом деле не вижу тут ничего интересного особо.
What will we wear while we're washing them? We only got away with what we have on.
Мертвые курочки.
If you're here to...
Припасов у нас вроде пока достаточно, хотя начинают кончаться. Гурцы. Вы кто такие?
The hunter has nothing to...
Rechtei Hathran Rust.
My friend from the Hag Swamp. You're a bright light on a dark day. We underestimated an enemy.
Frey, thou Durovna. Frey.
Интересно, учитывая, что Астрион жив, он встретится нам где-нибудь по сюжету?
Left camp on a rescue mission. Only Alma and those you see here returned. The wretched undead.
Im Orak Nete Krasin Netra.
I will say no.
No, that shame is mine alone. I thought I knew the faces of all your friends, Gandrel, but this one is new to me.
A friend met on the road, my lady. I told you of the stranger in the swamp. And they went on to kill the undying General Thorm. If the rumors are true.
A fine trophy. Perhaps you would like to claim another. Baldur's Gate is haunted by many things, but one of its most insidious is the vampire Cazador. For years, his foul spawn have stolen away innocents at night, whisking them back to his palace. Recently, they struck our camp. They took our children, every last one, our whole future.
We are monster hunters all. Our purpose is to kill beasts like these. But in our haste to save our little ones, we were rash. We charged straight into an ambush.
They tore us to pieces. Vampire spawn and werewolves. I have never seen a vampire's lair so heavily guarded. What's left of my tribe is wounded and broken. We cannot stand against him to save our children. But perhaps the slayer of Ketheric could. If you do this, our entire tribe will be in your debt. On our honor, it will be repaid. May the gods keep you, and damn your enemies.
Ну, с вампиром разберемся. Я могу предположить, что Астриона тут будет был бы какой-то квест, но учитывая, что мы его колом ткнули.
Can I?
Ловко. Подожди, что? И летит. В подвале мельницы. Серьезно?
Before you lies the
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate. Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. It is weak, vulnerable. Its potential ripe for harvesting. Go on, kill it. Absorb its power.
So loud. Why are you... You... What are you? What am I sensing? You are like me. Like I was. A vessel yet to transform. Help me. I am so hungry. We are new to our collective. My birth was difficult. The vessel fought hard. It left me weak. We need to feed. We need a brain fresh and frantic. To restore our... Very well, kin. I shall dine on you.
My turn.
The creature was born recently. Its mind is still fresh. You can absorb its potential if you consume it.
Возьмем кольцо правдивости. Нет, спасибо. Меня все эти личинки и мозги жрать как-то не тянет. Орку и так неплохо живется. Право слово.
Welcome in. No doubt you came. Yes. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you? Wonderful. I provide a personal... Tell me, how do you like to kill?
Ой, блин, это опять это оборотень.
I see. Playing to you. And when you kill someone, what do you feel? Call it professional curiosity. Now tell me, how does killing make you feel? You deny yourself this. One more. Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? You deny yourself, but it won't last. It's in your blood.
I see how you slither closer, belly dragging in the filth. Father is laughing at you. Weak and soft and broken. Oh, sweet sibling. The world has dulled you. Or maybe I poked your mind matter too sharply. Do not worry, Slaughter Kid.
She's toying with me. What does she want?
Clear off!
My wife and kid, are you? Act in whatever birth.
Дерзкие коротыши.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Denuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. Look, I have some very valuable components in there. I need to get that lot out before they damage something. Who do you think you are? Zenobia?
You paid us to protect you and your high-quality merchandise on the road. And we've since arrived at our destination. As I said, anything else is extra.
Ugh. This is the last time I hire someone from the guild. Fine. Here's the extra. Finish the job. Please.
Блин, а вы еще поговорить не хотите? Я вообще-то, может быть, на твою бы сторону встал. Но, мужик, ты что-то зря вообще зажестил. Как бы... Теперь ты огребаешь. Что ты там говорил, коротыш?
Now this is my happy place.
Зря они так. Зря. Слышь, мужик, ты чё наемников на меня натравил?
You won. You won. What more do you want from me?
What do you get out of this?
Never wanted the easy path.
It's the right thing.
Heartless scum.
You again. Did you need something?
Ладно, так и быть, поможем беженцам, раз уж мы уже вступились.
Well, With Zenobia and the others gone, I don't suppose you'll take no for an answer. All right, they can stay. Are you happy now? Now I have to figure out what I'm going to do.
Блин, а вы вместе пожить не хотите?
A room can wait. After what you've put me through, I need a drink.
Блин, такие ж тупые люди.
He's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid calling.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that. But I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. I made Torm keep you. You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really.
Я надеюсь, вы потом-то ему дом вернете.
Peace. What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Я, кстати, вообще не понимаю, типа, конфликта в том плане, что можно было бы не выгонять мужика, например, а сказать ему, ну, просто посели, выдели, типа, пару комнат в своем доме. И пусть живут. Приюти беженцев.
Young lady, Shadowheart, a word.
О, торговец.
I just lost a way.
Who are you?
Someone who bets that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form of doing so, after all.
Слушай, а ты не хочешь топор в спину получить за такое? Нет?
Donations? Do you know of ice? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going.
Запахло коррупцией.
I'm not letting you into the barn. Give me what you got. Let's see what you've got. Nothing to donate. You. Everything in this barn has been donated for the refugees, not you. Now piss, look around you. Now are you going to clear off or not? And you don't, after all they've been. If you can't see it.
Блин, что-то он какой-то подозрительный, этот гном.
Back again. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going. Nothing to donate. Back again. If you don't have anything to donate, thank you. I'm sure your contribution will be greatly appreciated. Got something else to donate, have you?
Remember in Moonrise, when Alfira sang us that thing?
Да, какой-то он действительно невежливый для собирателя донатов.
How many red caps are in a handful?
But enough to clean Crimson's damage, but not enough to organize the ride.
Stinks of cheese
Ты еще что за кракозябра?
between his piggy toes.
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days. The finest extra-planar circus there is.
A circus! Can we go?
Блин, она как маленький ребенок.
Benji just has to check if you're a vicious murderer. Benji?
Блин, вот тут неловко вышло. Очень неловко.
Blood! Tasty blood! So delicious!
Oh, well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you.
Прокатило.
Benji? Feast!
Yes! Meat! Meat!
Что-то все такие дерзкие прямо.
Blood comes easy these days.
It's just a man in a costume.
Just keep your hands to yourself.
То есть убить их это стражи норм, а полутать нет. Это уже перебор. Не, ну пошли в цирк, как бы. Не зря же мы тут пробивались.
Did you see that bloody...
I need to keep sharp.
Блин, там правда это...
Not for communal use, it seems.
Keep a sharp eye.
Save yourself.
You realize she is miming putting on face paint.
Approach, ugly one.
Слышь, ты кого уродом назвал?
Ha Akabi applauds courage, even when it borders on stupidity. Perhaps you shall be victorious. Behold! Akabi's Wheel of Wonders. Spin! To win prizes beyond your tiny imagination. Akabi has traveled, or if luck smiles upon you, no more questions. Let us see.
You notice a glint in Akabi's beard. As it glows, the wheel moves away from the jackpot. He is cheating.
Alas! No jackpot for you. You dare speak to me as if we were equals? You are a scrap of food.
Слышь, джекпот гони.
The dirt beneath my fingernails. You are nothing. I am, however, feeling gracious, so I will forget this and allow you to spin again. Or I can turn you into something vile. Choose.
Ну попробуй, жулик поганый.
My fury. Will the wheel of wonders stop you worthy? Come, see. Win prizes found only in the most exotic of planes.
Неловко вышло. Действительно.
You don't have permission to be here. You've set foot in a restricted area.
Let's try this way.
I have such a headache. Walk in death.
Странный цирк.
Stop you worthy. Come, see. Akabi's wheel is.
В смысле мелкое жулье? Это ты тут жулик?
Spin. To win prizes beyond.
Слушай, ну это как бы... Ты жульничал. Ты за это должен ответить.
You sort of fight.
Блин, ну со всем цирком, правда, драться что-то не особо хочется. Как у него свой джекпот отжать? Вот вопрос. Почему нет выбора просто навалять ему нормально? Просто если я сам нападу, то это этого механика нападения ссаного, и стража будет агриться, и все такое.
go from here? Need to find a way forward.
Oh my word.
Let's end this.
Да я могу их, в принципе, всех убить, но я еще не со всеми пообщался, так что не хочется просто. Я-то думал, на меня нападет только этот товарищ.
Into position.
Но Джин, конечно, крыса та еще. Колесо подкручивает.
Moving.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Got to move.
What's cooking?
Into battle.
Light on my feet. Time to get going.
I'm not asking for much. Unfortunate incident.
Never travels without his friends. Let's go.
Плохой цирк, не нравится он мне.
This individual doesn't seem particular. Your offer appears to be of interest. Let's make it a good one.
Кстати, магическую руку у него стоило бы купить. Потому что магическая рука, у меня ее давненько нету. И давненько хочется. Что волшебников в пати нету. Ля ты крыса. Но мы к тебе еще вернемся. Возможно, чуть позже перебьем весь этот цирк.
Viola Silver.
Darling, we have a browse our bespoke, stony and bony creations. Or commission a statue in your... Oh, my wife shall be delighted. Customs are her favorite, particularly when their facial structure is as unique as yours.
Держи.
Tremendous. Stony darling.
Берем не глядя.
Let us put this towards our getaway in the Moonshade Isles. I'll have your statue shipped to your camp. You shall love it. We guarantee it.
Кто бы отказался заказать свою статую? Любых денег не жалко. Это же важнее любых артефактов.
I has lots of treatos and magics and junks I finds. Don't worry. Yes, I has lots of stuffs just for you.
Да, ничего особенного нет.
Bye-bye.
Lucille! It's pose a grapevine, then pivot step. Jacob, you have the grace of my great-grandmother's missing leg. And Boris. Boris! Put some sensuality into those lovely hip bones. I know you have it in you. Step it up. Interrupting a massacre? Merkel, help me! These three make the art of dance look like a ritual sacrifice. Call me Lucretius, ringmaster, necromancer, bringer of the night. Oh, and wine lover extraordinaire. Normally I'd invite you into my tent for a love...
Не, ну цирк, конечно, аутентичный.
Don't get too close, or Crimson here might decide you look tasty.
You've seen him twice already, Peanut.
Buddy the dog is my very best friend. Do you know why? Why? Because with him, anything is possible. Way!
What? Shut up.
Did you hear about the scarecrow who lost a fight? I know I'm amazing. Way! Thank you to the loud mouth for volunteering for my next trick. Now, where, oh, where are you?
A bloodthirsty rush of fury engulfs you. You want to butcher the crowd, women and children alike, and soak in their innards. It is glorious.
You, my special assistant. Come on up.
Так, Карлах, ты ж хотела в цирк.
Hang on now, soldier. I'm not paying for your sins.
Слушай, ты в цирк хотела.
My heart, the enthusiasm is too much.
Кто говорил, давай зайдем, давай зайдем?
Sharp, or poor Buddy will think you don't like him. Right there. Oh, perfect.
It better be violent, sexy, or both.
Джакейра и Shadowheart тоже одобрили, потому что Карлак в цирк хотела.
Now, you're very special. As special as can be. Does anyone know why?
Why?
You're special, my friend. Because I have a message just for you. Praise the absolute. Let her bleed. Is this part of the show? Praise the absolute.
Не, ну фокус, конечно. Клоуны у вас говно, и фокусы у вас тоже.
You can take me on. Here comes the
I die at a circus. Can you and your beloved stand the test of time?
Кстати, не весь цирк на нас нападает, только часть. Интересно.
Time for some bloody work. shouldn't have made me your enemy.
What must be done? Enough circling. Count on me.
On the move. At least we didn't kill a real clown in front of an audience.
Save yourself. Just keep your hands to your...
Best be on my way.
Какую статую? Что мы сделали тут плохого-то?
Save yourself from heartbreak, or the thing who knows. Violence erupts here. My home. My refuge in this city of stone and steel. Your eyes, Stira. There is pain, endless and deep, but also devotion, blazing like the sun. You're in love. Are you not? You are wise to admit it.
Да, мудро признать это.
When it comes to love,
Это ты верно сказала.
vulnerability is armor. Truth a sword.
Каменотесы не агрились.
And trust a shield. I pray you wield all three, Stira. Bring the one you love to me. I will look into your hearts and see if your love is eternal or doomed eternally.
Yes, yes, yes! Let's do it!
Close your eyes, little ones. Be still as stone to earth. And remember to breathe. Glorious. Your bond is sweeter than nature's dew. I see you, know you. But do you know one another? Karlak. Her fire within can incinerate an enemy or warm a beloved. Listen. Think. Who does she loathe above all others?
Just the sound of his name makes my blood boil. Probably literally. Can't stand the fucker. Ding ding!
Your bond beats in pleasure. It is an honor to behold. Many things delight the heart, but only one.
Блин, какая-то игра в... Не знаю, как будто на телешоу попал.
What is her idea of a perfect day?
You know me too well.
Конечно, Орк знает, какой прекрасный день.
Our touch has been that of sunlight. But now we must look beyond. To the uncertain. To the future. A decade from now. What will the mighty Karlach do? Where will she be?
She's nice, but I'm more of a sunlight girl myself.
Ну там все варианты неверные.
You did pretty well there, soldier. I have to say, I'm impressed.
Your bond is seedling. One that needs a gentle hand in its tending. Nurture it, and it will become a great oak in time. Your love is one few have. Cherish it. Go in peace, seedlings. And know that you made one whose heart was long quiet. Beat with
Почему там не было варианта, как бы вырастет себе новое сердце и будет охотиться на злодеев вместе со мной? Вот это был бы верный вариант. Мудро бы именно так ответил.
I should not be surprised. Orin is testing you. She spoke to you in a rather familiar fashion. She's circling. The last time I fought but Orin. He's more. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. A kind way of saying, ye gods, I hope her dusty bones don't break at the first blow. Fear not for me. I will try my very best to keep up.
Блин, она специально такой голос изобразила. Старческий голос умирающего.
The, attack.
Блин, красношапки-уборщики, это, конечно...
Oh dear. I thought the Absolute wouldn't dare set foot in my circus. To use such a woeful dribbles impersonator, why, it's downright rude. When you run a plane-hopping circus of ragtags and ruffians, few things faze you. Alas, I cannot afford to lose any, but I cannot leave just yet. I need him back, and I'll shower the person who finds him in luck. That's the spirit. Good luck.
Ну, поищем каплю, поищем. А, подожди, его прям в цирке надо искать? Я думал, его там куда-то увезли или что-то в таком духе. Но квест осмотреть цирк. Тут должен быть, может, какой-то подвал, не знаю.
Can you and your beloved
Вроде входа в этот дом нет.
I have all the evidence I need.
Где же он заныкался-то тогда? Пьяный валяется где-то. Даже не знаю. Тут вообще довольно маленький цирк, в том плане, что локация не супер большая.
Seems this individual doesn't think very highly of you. Now's your chance to offer something worthwhile.
Че, у кого есть идеи, где искать этих товарищей? То что-то я даже не знаю. Отлично, отдали ему столько золота для того, чтобы он сказал, что сражаешься ты хорошо. Я бы предположил, что где-то есть какой-то подвал, но я его тоже особо не вижу. На крыше сидит. Ну это храм уже. Просто задание висит, осмотрите, найти клоуну каплю, осмотреть цирк. Ну я цирк осмотрел, но его тут нету. Нужно, видимо, какие-то улики найти. Ну это какой-то монастырь или храм. Вламываться туда не особо охота. Храм открытой длани. Не, ну ладно, пошли отсюда, может потом где найдем.
I thought you were part.
Oh, how could Madame
Заход в цирк оказался кровавым, в общем, конечно.
You should have killed the little monsters.
They were provoked. The child was
If you're after a job, Neverwinter is on the lookout for adventurers. That's where we're headed.
Neverwinter вспомнил.
She won't
want to let those thugs get away with this.
Those thugs work for the guild.
On our doorstep.
They can get away with whatever they like.
The crying one weeps today. Our father Logan is dead. Murdered. I don't want to talk. My heart is in mourning.
Убийство. Детектив Мудро снова берется за дело. А ты у нас что за детектив?
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Logan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh.
Не волнуйся, детектив, частный детектив Мудро всегда готов помочь.
Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater. I wouldn't go that far, but the investigator is being particularly challenging right now. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Logan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target. Feel free to look around the temple, but fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence. Charette's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual. Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind. I really hope you find...
Итак, детектив Мудро снова берется за работу. В этот раз это работа для реального детектива. Так, что расскажешь ты?
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day. What do you want to know? I reckon one of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand, sawed right through the bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Logan was alive.
Откуда у беженцев парализующий яд?
He just couldn't scream. It's sick. We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury. Please.
Это был человек, его убили. Такие выводы сделал Мудро, посмотрев на труп.
Belfry. Bell ringers only past this point.
Угу, стопка писем. А веревку спустить нельзя? Так, здесь нам пригодится, знаете что?
Well, certainly waiting.
I've got a long road ahead. These boots have seen everything.
Давайте все сюда.
Call and I answer.
Здесь нам нужно заклинание полета. Или усиленного прыжка. Хотя лучше полета, наверное, все же. Вроде я его брал. Там должен быть полет. Да, вот он.
Him. Never seen one in the flesh before.
Amicus animalis.
Может быть.
The Tressum seems nervous, but you can't quite tell why.
Kitty? How vulgar. You can call me... Actually, it's better if you don't call me at all. Please. I don't dirty my paws for anything less than pheasant. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy luxuriating in solitude. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were threatening me. I ate the pigeons. Are you satisfied? I prevaricated before. Pigeon is my second most favorite meat. Importance is relative. A letter may be important to one. A growling belly may be more important to another. But let's not get bogged down in semantics. I believe you were just leaving, weren't you? Ta!
Мне письма нужны.
Let's not allow our basin. I'll be on my way then. There are a few places in the city I'd like to visit. I might have sussed some interesting items I'd rather like to get my paws upon. If I find anything interesting, I might even be willing to barter. Might. Ta-ra. Away.
Кашка Пегаса — это, конечно, мем. Ну, письма вроде ничего особенного на убийство не проливают. Двигаемся дальше. Кровь. Ты что-нибудь видела? Видел.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up. I know it's not fair. This was the best job and now they're blaming a refugee for his death. No. Brilgor was a nice bloke. He came a couple of times for soup. Potato chowder was his favorite. Didn't seem the murderous type. But what do I know? We tossed Brilgor out back. Sister Rose has Lorgan in the infirmary, preparing him for a decent burial. You could... Look, I need to...
Интересно, конечно, сможет ли Starfield дотянуть по качеству до Baldur Gate. Так, ну, следы крови — это то, что однозначно требует расследования. Скорее всего, здесь все и произошло, да?
A crypt. This must be where Shira Clawen is buried.
Here lies Sister Shira Clawen. Here lies Flintster Sunseeker. Born 1400 DR. Died 1456 DR.
Darling Shira, faithful to the crying god, long didst I wait.
Это квест из первой главы вроде еще. Ну а дальше-то что, болтать будем?
Honored Shira, her spirit hath fled, and her body but merely a husk. Swear I did to shed this foul mania and bestow it upon Shira. She was to endure, to suffer, as was her god Ilmata's wont. Who now shall bear the madness Shah has wrought on me, so I might no longer suffer? Oh, shall it be thou?
The monk himself holds your answer. Tasha's hideous laughter is a powerful skill, but earning it may come at the cost of wisdom.
Нет, спасибо.
If laugh I must, let our alliance end on a lark.
Another day, another fight. I hate it had to end like this. A torturous fate by any measure.
Ну, бывает, бывает. Интересно, подожди-ка, тут же... Потайной проход.
Never get the fun job, son. Be patient.
Что ж тут происходит интересного? Прошу прощения, отвлекли звонком. Кровь. Потайная стена. Ну, картина ясна. Кто-то убил священника. Пошли выяснять, кто такие. Зомби.
Someone's arranging these corpses. What for?
Подожди, а так ли это связано с убийством священника?
Quickly.
Ready. Onward.
You've made a grave mistake.
Интересно, интересно.
A colourful torso torn and butchered. Hello, Dribbles.
Клоуна мы нашли.
Swift as my feet can carry me. Something over there. This blade's wicked look matches its deeds. Poor Father Logan.
Так, но я не ошибся. Именно здесь все было.
Looks like they were trying to hide. Didn't work.
Мертвые беженцы вдобавок.
Close at hand.
Wounds, too much to bear.
Better than nothing.
Что еще здесь есть? Смотреть. Ведьмачьего зрения не хватает. Может быть, я уже что-то нашел? Еще одна улика нам нужна. Блин, а что тут еще есть? Как-то больше ничего особо не вижу тут подходящего под улики. Хороший вопрос, что это открывает. Пошли дальше сходим, наверное. Но не уверен, что это что-то здесь. Блин, конечно, эти офигенные cool story квесты. Вот это первый квест, наверное, которым я в игре недоволен. Ты нашел ключ и найдите сундук. На огромной территории.
We have the Duke's full support. For the good of the people. Our.
This is front page material.
Take it somewhere.
Могу предположить, что это ключ священника как раз таки. И он открывает что-то в храме.
This chest is deeper than it looks. A double bottom, of course.
Собрать каплю по частям? Серьезно? Но это не тот сундук, к которому подходит ключ все равно. Запрашиваю помощь чата. Где сундук?
Please.
Может спросить, у кого можно.
How goes the search? That's it! Proof that Valeria missed something. They'll have to listen to you now. If you can convince them of Brilgor's innocence, then perhaps Ilmater could shed one less tear this day. How goes the search? Valeria never found the murder weapon. That would be definitive proof that they missed something.
Так, а где сидит это? Надо найти летающего слоника.
Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed. Well, we've had to change the policy. Hard to send letters by road when there's a rampaging army of fanatics bearing. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they? Well, any letters you've... Don't suppose you've, stumbled... You... I'll give you a nice little bonus as well. A finder's fee. What do you say?
У меня с Зентарем вообще плохие отношения. Денежек дали. Просто это висит в квесте на расследование, а расследование хотелось бы сделать. Блин, корабли, кстати, плавающие, здорово сделано.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Я так понимаю, это еще, конечно, только пригороды. Но мне нравится начало 3-й главы. Не знаю, что на нее кто жаловался. Тут даже, можно сказать, более замысловатые квесты, потому что, ну, вот этот вот квест про убийство, например, был довольно интересным. Доппельгангеры и все такое. Тайные проходы. О, привет. А вы кто? А, это изгнанники. Тайная гномья пещера. И нам тут даже рады.
You think I want my clan facing down one of those walls? Only if you're quick.
Что у тебя есть? Ну так, с оружием тут, конечно, туговато у него.
Now let me get.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to the city. Regret, I spent a lot of time thinking of... I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled out the red carpet for the new tyrant. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you. I hope. As long as our objective is the same, the reason doesn't matter to me. We have a common enemy. But neither of us gets what we want until we deal with our biggest obstacle. The Steel Watch. They're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child in this city. They act all civilized, servants of the people, but they only serve one man. When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Laws will change, freedoms will vanish, and soon you'll be accused and sentenced before you've even committed a crime.
Первый раз, что ли?
Gondians are to blame for...
Ты говоришь, да, как будто это что-то необычное.
I heard about that. You had the Harpers all excited, but there aren't many Harpers left. These Steel Watchers, one of them is the equivalent of a red dragon. An army of them. Well, there's never been an army of dragons. There's a line where bravery becomes stupidity. You just crossed it. Scared or not, you can't take down every Steel Watcher in the city. Unless you hit the people who build them, the Gondians. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in peace. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given a chance. And now they'll kiss Gortash's ring while this city screams. I had a plan.
Сколько линий диалога у гнома, которого можно просто забыть в камере?
We stick our heads above ground. The watchers are on us like flies on shit. I'm sure you can. You just need a little assistance, and I can provide it. The Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's nothing they can build that the Iron Hands can't tear down. I've built something unique for just that purpose. A room powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower. Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility, and boom. Problem solved. The Gondians picked their side the minute they took orders from Gortash. If they had any courage, they'd have refused him and died like heroes, spitting in his face. Now they'll die like the dogs they are. Fine. You want to try flapping your gums in the belly of the beast? Be my guest. But their idea of diplomacy is a steel fist shoved where the sun don't shine. So take the bomb. Just in case I'm right and you're wrong.
Ну, это разумно.
As long as you see sense, I don't care when you see it.
The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Beautiful building, belching smoke into the sky day and night.
Getting inside won't be easy, but when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level.
The streets will be clear of watchers in no time.
Неплохая бомба. Слушай, а можешь мне таких несколько сделать?
Careful! Lots of open flames down here. I don't want that bomb close to any of them. Yes, I wouldn't have asked.
Another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
Are you joking? This is great.
You? Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward. Is that so? I'll tell you now. You'll be seeing bloody double when I'm done with you.
Слышь, мужик, не души. Это доppelganger был.
Spoken like...
Не хочу убивать на самом деле мужика. Он же обычный кузнец.
Still alive. So that's progress.
When did you realize the Red Caps had escaped? Always ready. The Absolutes are not a chance.
Seems this individual doesn't think very hard. Now's your chance to offer something worthwhile.
What do you want now? And go down to the... What do you want now? Been poking around. Those gnomes are victims. They've spent years in exile, no forge to call them. The Gondians think they... Until that clear up.
Ну, он нормальный мужик, как бы его не стоит убивать, даже если он спалил зря. Вон он гномов прикрывает. Ладно, так или иначе, мне надо идти. Мудро пошел спать. Поэтому пока на этом все. Спасибо всем, кто был здесь. Удачи вам и до новых встреч. Увидимся.